TGC Requiem. We're back with round 2. I'm afraid that maybe I was on mute for some of my last match. I just realized, so I apologize for that. We are on the play. No land is really just not acceptable. I think we can keep this. And fortunately it doesn't really matter because we have to fetch away. I don't know, maybe it would be worth... Oh, maybe we're getting some lag here. Definitely really laggy right now. Taxium probe. Perhaps infect. No, blue-red Delver was going to be my first guess, but I said no. What are we getting here? Yeah, I figured the bolt. Was hoping. Kind of had wished I almost just passed and played 2 Mystic the next turn, but maybe we got some Grixis. Okay, so we got Grixis now. Terminate. Oh, okay. So this is essentially all in red. It's gonna run Kiln Fiend, probably Abbot of Carol Keep, Monastery Swift Spear, Kiln Fiend, and then Death Shadow. So I think right now we just gotta go this route because we need to be able to chump Kiln Fiend. So he can just basically chain a bunch of cards to make the Kiln Fiend explosive. I actually am planning to put this deck together soon. So he is going to get that 4-2, do the Teamer Battle Rage, trample over the top. Puts me down to 4. Fortunately, he probably has another Teamer Battle Rage in hand if he's willing to just lay it out like this. So if he has a Teamer Battle Rage, we're dead. Because that gets in his double strike. That alone does 8 damage, of which I could block a maximum if I sacrificed everything. So we're basically going to chump here and hope that's enough. If he has a Teamer Battle Rage, we're dead one way or the other either way. So, yep. Alright, so how do we attack that? I think we probably start with ley lines. Spellskite is probably going to help. They're more focused on pumping than removal, as far as I understand. Considering I've almost put this deck together, I have the deck entirely online and paper, I just haven't put it together. Memoricide's probably just too slow. I feel like we've got to do Dismember. Shaman seems good. Azuri seems unnecessary. Oops, we don't need lead. I feel like Chord's probably a little too slow. And we probably don't need Collected Company for that matter either. Really, if we can keep their creatures dead... Seems weird pulling out all the chords and Collected Companies, but I feel like that seems like a viable approach. So I think we're probably... I think we're good here. I mean, this does stink that we have so many lands, but I feel like having Leyline, being able to fetch for just forests, using Horizon Canopy as another card draw is fairly reasonable. They're probably going to be somewhat risky on their keeps. Band red. So what is this? This is like Grixis, Battle Rage, I guess. And this is combo aggro. Swift Spear Bolt, I would presume. Yep. Looks like he had a super greedy keep. As long as we can keep one blocker back, I think we're okay. So he does this damage to himself because he wants Death Shadow to come in soon. and we're going to try and let him pump. So he has to commit to however much damage he thinks he can do. His pumps are only on the power, not the toughness, which makes Dismember pretty good. So he does 1 damage to the elf. Does 2nd damage to the elf. Now does he go for a Battle Rage? He's thinking about it. Battle Rage is 20, which is not lethal, and he probably just doesn't have lethal. So I think we just take it. So I think the Kiln Fiend is more dangerous. If he has 2 pumps, or a pump and a Battle Rage, the Kiln Fiend does more damage than the Angler. The flip side of that is he has to have a Battle Rage plus pumps. Where Angler is just going to be a problem while I have this low hand. So it takes Lightning Bolt to put me down to 9, plus a Teamer Battle Rage would be it. But let's see, Lightning Bolt puts me to 9. Teamer Battle Rage, that puts him to 7. We're only blocking 2, so we're dead either way. we're just going to let him go. We're potentially going to lose here, but if we can put him into a spot where he can't quite lethal us out, and we can maybe swing back. I wonder if... Nah. I mean, we drew one piece. We did draw a lot of lands, and we kept a land heavy hand, so I have as much of that to blame on myself as the ways the draws have worked out. Granted, I have drawn into a lot of lands for even having fetched twice. So he must be in a spot where he doesn't quite have lethal, or he's concerned that I have another dismember. So he just takes one. He's going to go get another creature on the battlefield. There's the Death Shadow, which is up to a 4/4. If he has a Battle Rage, we're done. But we were pretty much done if he had a Battle Rage before. Yep. Alright, well, that was the match. So that is the sort of combo-y match that we have trouble with. However, I don't know if there's a whole lot we can do against that. I feel like that's a bad matchup. Maybe we should have just tried to go back at them fast. But I don't know. I don't know. So lost the match 0-2. So we'll be going on to match 3 here shortly.